Hi, I am Rebecca, and along with my Maltese colleagues, I form part of the HEMA project here in Malta. So obviously our idea on Malta was derived from the name HEMA itself, being heritage more attractive, and we decided to take a local historical site, being the Palace of the Inquisitor in Birgu, and try to make it a bit more relevant to the community. In this, we were in collaboration with Heritage Malta, and we managed to organize two main events within the Palace of the Inquisitor itself. So the first event revolved around the community, where we invited the people from Birgu themselves to come to the Palace of the Inquisitor and share with us their memories and experiences of the palace. Most of the attendees were the elderly, and they were very enthusiastic to share their memories and their past experiences within the museum, especially since most of them had never entered the palace ever since it started to operate as a museum. Many of the experiences which they were kind of narrating were very interesting, which we had never heard before. Some were also discussing myths and legends about the palace. However, we're still not sure whether these are true or not, so that is up to kind of the interpretation of whoever is hearing the stories. This event was very successful, people really enjoyed it, and they really opened up to us, and I think this was a very good startup for future events. In fact, since this event was very successful, we followed up with a second event, where now we invited people again to the Palace of the Inquisitor. However, we tried to get the experience a bit more out of the palace. So instead of focusing just on the Palace of the Inquisitor, we decided to see what the locals know about Birgu itself and talk about the streets and how they used to refer to them and the different nicknames of the streets in Birgu. For example, if we take Couvre de Port, for the Birgu people, it has a different nickname, and hence this is what we're kind of trying to play upon and get to know whether the locals in themselves actually know what kind of the different nicknames of these localities are. And from this as well, we managed to collect different data and got to even know a bit more about Birgu and their locals, and I think it was also a very successful second event. I think from these two events, we could really see how if you work with the community and let them in and actually get to hear their experiences, you can really get new ideas and learn about the community itself. And from this, you can really try and improve it by kind of getting them involved, and they themselves would be kind of creating these new activities and ideas within the locality.